There we go. Now if I can find the video. Hey.
Are you live?
Yes, I'm live. Hey, Fran. Trying to get the video pulled up on my phone so that the title is correct. And I have Jim and I have Fran. Welcome. And it is not updating the title. Whatever. Don't you hate technology? Anyway, I'm going to try this again. There I am. Okay, welcome. I am Vicki with GNR Design, and today I am working on a special wreath it's for a donation. It's a breast cancer awareness wreath, and I thought you might want to hang out and join me so I don't get too bored. I've got everything prepped. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait just a minute and see if I have anybody else join me. Woohoo! I see 3 eyeballs. When you come into the video, if you would leave me a comment, say hi, where you're from. If I don't see a comment, I can't tell who's watching. So say hi. Again, I'm working on a breast cancer awareness wreath. This is for, it's for a donation for my daughter's work. They apparently have some national campaign that they do every year, so this is for a fundraiser. So this will be the focal point of my wreath. And what I'm working on is, I'm going to use I know there's a specific type of wreath, but it's 3 different types of the 21-inch mesh, and it's called, I believe it's called curl and loop method. So I've got, I don't know if you guys can see all the mesh down here. This is a pink, it's like a waffle weave mesh. It's the bigger holes in the mesh. So that's one of them. And just a regular white basic mesh. And a pink, like a hot pink. It's got an iridescent metallic thread that runs through it. So that's our 3 different types of meshes. And I didn't have a white, I wanted a white or pink work wreath frame, but I didn't have one, so I'm using a red one. And I usually, unless the wreath form really blends well with everything, I usually cut these down to where they're not hardly even visible. My ribbons will cover them, so I'm not so worried. They'll blend. So, the ribbons that I've chosen, you love my new hairdo? Thank you. Actually, I've had it cut for a couple weeks. Hey, and you know what? Yesterday I got my toes done, so I'm ready. I'm ready for flip-flops. Here's our ribbons. This is, I love this ribbon. I don't know if you can see it. It's got the angel wings on it. Yeah, it's really pretty. And then I've got a 1.5 inch that's more of a hot pink, but I think it has enough white in it. That's what I was going for, was the white. And it's a breast cancer ribbon also that says strength, fight, all the typical slogans for breast cancer awareness. And then just the other ribbons that I have chosen are, again, the the breast cancer ribbon, all pink. Of course, everything's all pink. These are cut 14 inches, and I didn't chevron the ends of these because I'm just going to roll them under to give them more of the, I don't know, kind of the ribbon look. I wanted to try to get, I was thinking about putting a bow, but I've changed my mind because this type of wreath gets really full. And this is just a pink and white. It's got the little checks running through it. So anyway, that's my plan. I'm gonna move these out of my way. Got everything cut. And then I got some stuff over here for embellishments. Let me zoom out so y'all can see. I've got 5 people. Welcome everyone. When you come into the video, if you would. 6, okay. Leave me a comment. Tell me where you're watching from. Welcome to GNR Design. Now I've cut each piece of this mesh 10 inches wide and it's 21 inches long. Honey, would you text Brittany and tell her I'm on a video and I'll call her when I'm done? My daughter is texting me. She was supposed to come over tonight, but apparently that's changed. So anyway, I come in about 6 inches on each end and kind of make a little poof, and I'm just gonna pick up a twist tie, tie it in on one end, go back to the other side and twist it in. This is, I believe, and these don't have to be exact.
Yes.
Yes, what? Something that looks like it's close to 6 inches is what you're shooting for. So then you're going to just kind of open up your little poof in the center. Hi, Shirley. And you end up with this. So we're going to do this all the way around, and I'm going to rotate the colors. That's the first one. Then we're going to do a pink. And you just roll them real loose and come into what looks like about 6 inches each. And you're going to have a bubble in the middle. Open up the one that you just laid in. Lay this one down on top of it. And twist it back. And then get the other one.
She knows now.
Brittany? Okay. And then open up the little poof. Now if y'all can't see me, let me know and I'll try to adjust the camera. And in case I have, if you've watched any of my previous videos, you know that Facebook Lives make me extremely nervous, so all the encouragement, all the...
Shirley said she's a breast cancer survivor, so she's so excited to be watching your live.
Well, bless your heart. This, I don't know if you came into the video late, this is for, it's for a donation for the company that my daughter works for. They do a national, they're part of a national fundraiser, and they're going to auction the wreath off for funds for cancer, breast cancer awareness, research, or, you know, all the things. So, this is, again, the curl and loop method, I believe is the correct title for this method of wreath. And you're going to end up with this kind of a finished product, but it's going to go all the way around. So I'm mixing in the 3 colors of mesh. So we're back to the waffle weave. I think that's what this type is called, waffle weave. And you end up with a poof in the middle. So is it nice where you guys are? It has been such a nice weekend. I really have. This is the first time I've been in my shop all weekend. And I was, if I didn't need to get this done, I probably wouldn't be in here now. I was struggling with it because it's been so nice outside. So you get the little bubble. The mesh is 21 inches. It's 21-inch rolls, and I cut each piece 10 inches wide.
Shirley asked how long the mesh is and how wide.
I answered her.
Okay.
I've got Jim watching comments for me. Now the white mesh is just a basic, and sometimes on these forms they're a little close. Some ties seem to be a little close together, but it's just a basic white mesh. The other ones are, like this pink one is more of a, it's not really a deluxe mesh, but it does have some foil running through it, which makes it, those types of meshes are a little bit thicker. So we'll see how it ends up and what I need to add to make sure it's nice and full. And I believe all of these rolls of mesh either came from Craft Outlet or Trendy Tree. The sign that I'm using, I think came from Craft Outlet. This is my center sign. The ribbons also came from one of those two places, probably Craft Outlet. I like using this method on mesh wreaths because you can get probably 3 wreaths out of a roll. Now this is not going to work. I'm going to end up with 2 pieces together of the same color, so we're just going to switch it up and use a white one. And you just roll the ends under and pinch it on the ends. Roll the edges under and pinch it on the ends. I think I'm going to have to twist this one in just a little more. I'll hold it up here in a second so you can see what, this is just the top row. And then we'll do the same thing on the bottom row. I'm just trying to open up these poofs a little bit. Looks like a hot mess right now, but it'll be fine when I get the ribbons on. So you've got the mesh alternating all the way around. And the red, I know Shirley came in late and I don't know who else, but the red is, I normally would not use this red work wreath form, but I didn't have a white and I didn't have a pink. So usually I cut these down, and when I get my ribbons in, you won't see them anyway. So now I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom. Doesn't matter where you start, just start and twist it in. And I think I have probably not cut enough mesh. Can you guys hear my TV? He left the TV on. So we're doing the same thing on the bottom, and then I'm going to come through and put the same type of method between all the way around. So have you guys had a good weekend? Ready to go back to work and all the things? Did you hear me?
Go.
No, you haven't had a good weekend? Hi, Melinda. Is it hot down there, Fran? It was really nice here yesterday. I was in the yard all day. This mesh is a little bit thinner than I usually like to use, but that's another reason why I like this method. It seems like the mesh goes further. You can't hear TV. That's because he came in and turned it down. So you see what I'm doing on the bottom? I'm doing the alternating the mesh back and forth all the way across, same way. I was afraid this basket weave would be real thin, but it seems to be okay. It's not any thinner than the other as far as the coverage when you get it in the wreath. Have you guys ever tried this type of wreath? Who's wreath makers on here? How many of you are wreath makers? $80 today and sunny. 90 yesterday. Oh, it wasn't quite that warm here. I was happy with the 70s. Okay, call me, Fran. Oh, well, surely you should try this method. It's easy. I like it because it seems like your mesh, you can get like 3 or 4 wreaths out of one roll of mesh. Now, that's 1 roll times 3 because you're using, 3 different colors. Or you can use the same color and just use this method. And I'll get to talking and I will forget where I'm at and mess up. But you guys won't tell, will you? I keep cutting out. You can't hear me? Uh-oh. I have to get my technician in here. Am I cutting out?
I hear you.
You can hear me? Okay. Friend, maybe if you go out of the video and come back in, sometimes it's just a Facebook glitch. Is anybody else having trouble hearing me?
I was on a different network when we started, and I had to change to the house network, but that's because I was on the long range.
Yeah. Let me know if it keeps going. I can stop.
Shirley says she hears you fine.
Okay. Yeah, Fran, maybe it's just Facebook. Facebook doesn't like me.
Fran said okay.
We have been busy this weekend with I missed a tie up there completely. Oops. I'll have to fix that. All the home projects, all the home improvement projects. Installing mailboxes and stuff. Okay, this is just bad. completely missed that tie. I'm going to fix this right now.
Ryan said, hey girl.
She back? Oh, hey, Luann.
Huh?
I thought you said Fran, and you said
Luann.
Luann. Hi, Luann. I am making a breast cancer awareness wreath, and I don't think I've got enough mesh cut. It is for a donation for my daughter's employer. I don't have, oh well, I'll cut more. They are involved in a nationwide campaign, and this is being donated for them to auction off or raffle or whatever to raise funds for, hey Brittany Paget, that's my oldest daughter. She's just getting off work. I'll show you my sign in a minute, Luann, so you know where I'm going with this. And I totally missed a tie, so I had to come back through and fix that.
This?
I'm gonna need that.
How many?
I don't know yet, honey. I'll cut some.
We can never say, I wasn't going to cut it.
Thank you. I don't know how I did that. I totally missed a tie.
You don't do that often.
Well, I just get to talking. Anyway, okay, so for anybody that's just coming in, I know Luann just came in. This is my focal point for the wreath. So I'm doing the curl and loop method with deco mesh, 3 different colors of mesh, 21 inch. This is one of them. Cut 10 inches wide, and the length is 21 inches. And then I've got my ribbons cut. I'm going to go through this one more time. This is my first set. And this is my second set. So, back to the wreath. Where did I stop? It looks like a hot mess now, but I promise it'll be all right. One way or another, we'll make it okay. You come in about 6 inches on each end, give or take. Pinch and twist them into each tie. And I know you can't see from that side what I'm doing over here. I need to set that camera behind me sometime. But I'm going to turn it around so you can see the front of the wreath. And you'll see what I'm doing. So you just untwist a tie, lay the new roll on top of the mesh that's already there, and twist it back closed. And you just keep repeating that process all the way around. Hello, Lynn. When you come into the video, if I don't catch it, make sure you leave me a comment so I know who's on here. Say hi. Where are you from? What you doing?
I did that.
What?
Hello, Lean.
Oh.
Yeah, we did.
I thought I had enough mesh cut, but it would appear that I'm going to have to cut some more. Maybe, maybe not. I might be all right. We'll see. Hi, Fran. Fran's back. Am I not cutting out now?
I won't shoot the geese right now.
No, don't shoot at the geese right now. We have Canadian geese. that apparently have decided to, I don't know if they've actually laid eggs or if they're just considering it, but every year they seem to want to hibernate at our pond. They're a pain. So, Jim keeps trying to run them off. Because we have these other little mallard ducks that hang out on the pond, and they're fine, but those Canadian geese will chase you. Okay, let me make sure I didn't miss any of these. I don't think I did. Okay, so here we go. Now I'm going to come back through between the outer ring and the inner ring. And you're going to get some fraying with this, and in the end I'll trim it all down. But I'm going to put another row of the different colors between the outer and the inner ring, just to help it fill in so there's no gaps. And again, it doesn't matter where you start, it doesn't matter which color you start with. Oh, I may have cut enough. Maybe I'm all right. Yes, I worked outside too, Luann, all day yesterday. Oh, it's amazing. I was still raking leaves from last fall. I don't know. It seems like the leaves fell late last year, and then apparently I must have been busy or it started snowing or something. I hate leaves, but I couldn't get them all up. So yeah, I've still been trying to clean that up. Get things ready to plant, flower beds cleaned out, that kind of thing. But it was so nice. But I think it's supposed to get cold again next week. I don't know how cold. I'm hoping it's not like snow cold, but good old Indiana. So here, there's my first one. So if you can tell, I've got a bottom ring, a middle ring, and then the top ring of mesh. And I hope you can see what I'm talking about. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going back between the bottom and the top and adding a row in the middle. And I may need some more white. Ugh. Yeah, I'm not a fan of leaves. I mean, the only time I like the leaves, and we've got about 20 trees on this property, so we've got lots of leaves. And the only time I can stand the leaves is when I need to cover my flower beds. And then in the spring, you gotta uncover them. Sometimes it will start to kind of roll on you, and just open the twist tie up and lay it back in. The objective is to cover up that ring. Fran, when are you leaving for vacation? Aren't you getting ready to go on vacation? Well, what's for dinner around here is whatever Jim decides to make me on the grill. Because I'm not cooking. I think we've got smoked sausage or something laid out. Since I've started this little business, he does a lot of cooking, and he's really pretty good at it, and he enjoys it. That's the funny part. For 20 years when we were in the Army, I don't think he ever cooked, ever. But now that I've found a new passion, so has he. Next Saturday, so you got a week to go. Well, I hope you have a great time. I'm going to turn this around just a second so you can see what we've got. Looks like I've got a hot mess, but it'll be alright. See how it's filling in on the bottom? I don't like the white or the red ties, but I'll bury them. Charlotte is where you're going? Yeah, you told me that. Well, when you get back, you can start getting ready for New Orleans. Anybody else going to Wreath Makers Live this year? It's gonna be fun. This one is bugging me. Gotta fix this piece, it's getting all wonky. I know, I'm looking forward to it. It'll be great. You never know, we may show up on your doorstep in Florida one of these days. Okay. Lots of pink, huh? It looks like a bottle of Pepto-Bismol exploded. I should have probably used more white. Thank you. To see how many pieces I still need. I may have to cut a couple. It never fails. You have enough cut, but the way you lay them in, you end up with two colors together, and it doesn't really matter that much, but I don't want it too much, so I'm going to cut a couple of white pieces. Oops. Alright. Okay, let's see if this does it. Now I've got 3 of the hot pinks right together. So I'm going to take one of them out and add a white. And nobody else would ever see it but me. But I know it's there and it bugs me. I'm going to turn it around and show you what I'm talking about. Okay, right here, I had 3 of these hot pink that when I was tying them in, they all lined up together. So that's why I had to add some white. And now I'm going to add the rest of the pink. I think we'll be all right. This mesh is kind of thin, so once you've twisted it, it wants to kind of curl up a little bit. But it's Did you get rid of the geese?
No, sorry, I was trying to teach my phone how to drink Pepsi. So I had to take the case off of it, dry it off.
How'd that work out for you? Not so well.
It didn't like it. It said no Pepsi.
Why don't you show them that cool box you were working on for me while I'm doing the boring wreaths or mesh stuff? It's cool.
This is the new box that is going to be a crackle white, but
Honey,
it's
they can't see it. Come over here.
but it's can they see it now?
Yeah, I think so.
But it's not there yet. This is the base coat. It will be all the way around, and we'll get a nice, ooh, I need to spread some out there a little bit, but it'll be a nice crackle finish when we're done. It'll have white with black crackle.
Because it's going on my kitchen table. He does a really good job with that crackle paint. And I'm going to make a centerpiece out of it.
This is what it's going to look like when it's done, hopefully. Can they see that?
Yep.
That'll be what it'll look like.
And I'm going to put some stuff in the center of it. Some stuff.
I shouldn't touch that thing because now it's got prints on it. Oh, I'm going to go to jail. No, I'm just kidding.
So I'm excited about the box. That's not something that we will be making for my Etsy shop though.
Yet.
Yeah.
As soon as we can find a good supply of white balsa wood, we might.
I am going to make up a contract for Jim's services and ship him out to anybody that wants to hire him.
You get reduced rates if you're on a beach or a coastline.
Oh, yeah? Did you hear him? You get reduced rates if you're on a beach or a coastline. Smart man. Well, Fran's on, I don't know if she's on, are you on the beach? She's in Florida. She's close.
Oh, I know she's in Florida.
She's close.
I was going to tell her earlier that we were going to come visit sometime so I could go metal detecting back on Pinellas or Clearwater Beach. or maybe even another one, if they'll let us.
Yeah, we did that. I can't say I did. He did that table for me to use as a prop for centerpieces, and I just love it. So now I want to crackle paint everything in the house.
Yeah, I told her no, she wasn't crackle painting me.
It's really cool. I love to paint. I just don't ever get the time anymore.
I'm sorry, Fran said, come on down, Jim. Thank you, Fran.
She'll put you right to work.
When are you hiring Jim out?
Okay, I think I have all of it filled in. Let me turn it around and show you the.
I can do that.
Now, I like I said, the red twist ties, I'll get rid of. 20 minutes to Inglewood Beach or Venice Beach. I don't think we've ever been down to that area.
No, we haven't.
Man.
Is that farther up toward
I'm just
Fort
thinking.
Myer?
It's just time to move to Florida. I don't know why we stay in Indiana. Luann, why do you stay in Indiana? Kids, I'm sure. Okay. Now I'm going to come through with my little ribbons. No, I better put my sign on first. An hour and a half to St. Pete Beach.
So she's north or south?
North or south of St. Pete. I think she's just inland. Bob is better except for interior painting. I do all the interior painting in our house. He doesn't have the patience for that, but he does fantastic on like painting furniture, my boards, you know, the specialty painting projects, but the smaller items. Like I've got a whole kitchen I want to paint cabinets, and I'm sure that'll be me.
Now cabinets I would probably paint, but walls is her thing.
Yeah, walls is my thing. Okay, I'm gonna put the sign on if I can reach the top of this wreath.
Fran,
So,
does that gap mean you're north?
times we thought of moving, but those grandkids keep us here. I hear you, girl. I hear you.
Fran said between Sarasota and Fort Myers, so.
Sounds like a great place to vacation.
Absolutely.
Okay, now this time, usually when I attach my signs, I use just a green floral wire, but this time I'm using, it's a tinsel rope, because I always hate that little tiny piece of green wire that inevitably I seem to have a hard time covering up because I can't get the ribbon in the right place or whatever, and I thought this would blend. This is actually some that was left over from Christmas. We had to drill a couple of extra holes because these signs just come with, you know, 2 holes, and so Jim put me a couple extra holes in it, and now I'm going to try to get it centered in the wreath. And I may have to move it over on my table because this workbench is so tall. But we're going to give it a shot.
You need a booster?
I need a booster.
Huh?
No, honey, I'll be fine.
All right, babe.
If I can get it started. Get it started and get it straight. Yeah, the grandkids keep us here, but boy, these winters are getting harder and harder the older you get, aren't they? They are for me, I know that. Now I'm just taking these tinsel ties down between the pieces of mesh. Hello, Michelle.
I don't even see that on mine.
I see a Michelle Nichols Simpson. Well, I don't know why you don't. Now let me put this over here and see if I've gotten it straight. I have to kind of step back a little bit. a little low. Putting the sign on is the hardest part of making a wreath. Don't you guys agree? Attaching the sign is definitely the hardest part because of trying to get it straight. Yes, he needs to make me a step stool.
I gotta make your platform.
I've got a shorter table over here. No, I don't think I want a platform. I will fall off of it. No, my luck. And I would do it on a Facebook Live, you know. If I was gonna fall off the step stool, it would be on a Facebook Live, right? I mean,
that would be the absolute
Murphy's
worst
Law.
time.
Yeah, that's when I would do it. So, nah, I'm too scared of that.
Then I'd have to jump in there while you were getting up and say, this is the next step, so you can try and
Vicky took a short break. She'll be back, or she'll be up in just a minute.
Please stand by for this message from our sponsors. Which we don't have.
It's always something.
Provided we don't have to call you this. But life is beautiful. And so is my honey. Okay. Now, after that black dries, I can crackle it. Or put the crackle later on.
Okay. I can already tell it's not right. Boy, it does look like a hot mess.
No, it doesn't.
It does, but it'll be okay. I promise, it'll be okay.
But I'm a guy, I don't know.
Like I said, the sign's the hardest part.
See, the last message I got was Luann saying Jim needs to make your step stool.
Yeah. This one's still crooked. Almost, we're almost there. Okay. Now let me hang this up and step back and see if it looks straight. Now, if you guys can't see me over here, I'll have to adjust things.
Okay. There's a short delay, so right now you're still on the main workbench.
Okay.
They can see it, but it probably needs a little zoom in.
Oh, yeah, I'm not going to stay over here. I've still got to add the ribbons, and then I will zoom it in when I get to that side.
Okay. Luann said the signs are the hardest.
They are the hardest, especially on a mesh wreath. Just getting them, even and straight, but I think I got it. Okay, now I'm gonna add my ribbons, and then I'll get rid of these red ties. So, if anyone's just joining me, this is one set of ribbons. I hope you can see them. Excuse me. This one's got the angel wings. I really like this. And This one's a really bright pink, but it had a lot of the white in it, and that's what I thought that the wreath would probably need, is more white. So that's one set that I'm working with. And then everything's the breast cancer awareness theme. So then we've got another pink breast cancer ribbon, and just like the hot pink with the white checks. And that's my second set. So I've cut these ribbons 14 inches, and I'm just laying them together and picking a twist tie. I did not chevron these. Untwisting, putting them in, twisting them back closed. And then the ends of these I'm just going to roll under. I'm losing people. Oh no, what's going on? I had like 8 people and now I got 4. Must be dinner time. That's all right, I don't blame you. Gonna have to send Jim to start my dinner soon. Because he's the best. See, Fran, when he comes down to help you, he can even cook you dinner. I got a whole new business venture going here.
But she got to buy the seafood.
Rent a husband.
Or catch it. Crab legs.
He's pretty handy to have around.
That's the only time she yikes me. Food or fixing.
This weekend he installed a new mailbox. That was a job, boy. Who would have thought?
Luann said she's still here. She ate her dinner while watching.
Oh, bless your heart.
Thank you, Luann.
What you have good? Anything good? I like the ribbons. I was afraid that it would just, and it is a lot of pink, but I mean, that's what it's supposed to be.
Fran, you gotta send us up some crab legs. Please, oh please.
I don't like the red ties though. Are you guys like the most critical of your own products, whether it's wreaths or whatever you make? Are you like just pick yourself apart? Because I am awful about it.
That is human nature. Oh, chicken, noodles, mashed taters,
Oh, my
and
goodness.
corn is what Luann had.
Girl.
That's
Yummy.
Indian dinner.
Sounds good. So let me hold this up so you can see what I'm doing. I hope you can see the ribbons.
I say crab legs and Fran won't talk to me no more.
She probably went to fix her some. So see how I'm twisting those in and just rolling them under? I'm just finished following that pattern all the way around the wreath.
I don't blame her
Who?
for going and fixing her
Found
something.
an easy recipe for crock pot chicken and noodles. That I've made those before. They are really good. I've got to show Jim how to do that.
Do what?
Crock pot chicken and noodles. Yes,
Oh.
I've made those. They are good.
Yes, delicious. I do not know why mine isn't up with yours like it normally is.
I don't know, honey. I'm using this type of technique on the ribbons a lot more though. Instead of the chevron, I like the looks more really of rolling them under. I don't like the red tinsel ties though. Oh, I'll get rid of them. Can y'all see okay? I know this. Sometimes I have to readjust the camera, so if you can't see very well, I can zoom in. How's your Mevo working, Luann? Did you get it fixed? I know the last couple of your videos that I've caught looked good. This looks like a bottle of Pepto-Bismol exploded. Pink, 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 pink. Yeah, I will end up cutting these. I've not cut them yet because sometimes I leave them on if they blend well, but I don't know. I've got some other embellishments I want to put on and I don't know if I'll need them. So I'm not cutting them not too soon. Sometimes I can use those for twisting in flowers or, whatever. So I'm leaving them just in case. And then I've been just cutting them down or pushing them underneath. This type of form, I like working with this type of work wreath form a lot better than the pencil work wreath form. It seems like those forms are, the twist ties are a lot thicker. The wiring is a lot thicker. So here's what we've got so far. Can you see it? Yeah. Pink, pink, pink. I love the sign though. Okay, I will find that recipe and post it on my page. Or Luann, if you've got it, you share. Yours may be different than the one I've used. Seems like you used some kind of Campbell's soup or something, but I could be wrong. It's been a while since I've made it. Hi, Sue. Thank you. Lots of pink. Can you believe Easter is what? Two weeks away? 2 weeks away? And it's late this year. And I'm not ready. So that's what the box he's making me is for, is on my dining room table, because I've got some spring things out. You know, when you have grandkids that are small, you have to be careful where you put things these days. Oliver doesn't understand glass breaks. 2 Easter presents. I've got the baskets for everyone bought and a few things for Oliver, and that's it. Maybe a couple of things for my girls, but yeah, I'm running late. But that's okay, I'll catch up. Yeah. Yes, I had forgotten about the everything up high thing until, oh yeah, until we had a grandson that's 1.5 years old. And so curious. Oh my God, they're so curious at that age. You know, just walking and just into everything. He loves to be outside. He's going to be all boy. Hi, Dina. I thought I saw her pop on.
Gina said hello.
I seen her. This is the process that takes forever, doesn't it? Getting all those ribbons tied in. Yep, yes, I do buy a bunch for the grandson. Yes, yes. Yeah, well, you know. He is our only grandchild. Now, the other side of his family, his dad's side of the family, has a lot of they've got several grandkids, so yeah, so I get to spoil him. Let me hold it up so you can see how it's looking. Trying not to get the glare on from the lights, but it's blending real well. Hi, Shirley. We're almost done with the ribbons.
Shirley says she's back.
I saw her pop in. I so appreciate you guys stopping by and hanging out with me. Saying hi. I think there's some in there. You better check.
Luann says pretty and Shirley says so pretty, love it.
Thank you. It's kind of early, I guess, for breast cancer awareness items, but this one is, I guess they do, there's some national fundraiser that they are a part of, and that's what this one's going to be for. Is it hot in Texas, Dina? Aren't you in Texas? Seems like you were in Texas. I can't keep track of where everybody's from.
it says love it.
Oh, well,
Just have hamburger.
okay, then go ahead.
You sure?
Yes, I'm fine, I'm fine.
You don't need me to sit and watch.
No, honey, I'm fine. I got this.
Oh, I know you got it. No
You
doubt.
go right ahead with your dinner plans
Well, my dinner plans are your dinner plans.
so that I can eat.
Exactly. I will be back shortly.
All right, honey. Yeah, I thought October was the breast cancer awareness month.
Huh?
I'm talking to Luann.
Oh, sorry.
I'm not talking to you. But I think they run this campaign, you know, like all year, so that they have the time to get the funds, do whatever fundraisers they can. So I guess that they donate then at during that month. I'm not sure. They start fundraising in the spring. Sweet. Okay, that's what I thought. I knew it had to be something like that. Boy, this method really makes a full wreath. Okay, Luann. One day, maybe, hopefully this week, I can do another live, and maybe I can set the camera up so that it's looking over my shoulder, and you can, because you can't see what I'm doing on this side, and you can see, I mean, if you make wreaths, you know how to twist in the ribbon ties, but there may be some people that don't know how to make wreaths, and you would get a better idea of how things go together. Short thunderstorm with crazy wind and our cable went out. Ooh. Well, we haven't gotten any crazy weather like that yet. I mean, we get crazy weather in Indiana all the time, but it's usually snow. But it is coming up to that time where, you know, tornado season and stuff is right around the corner. We did have a couple of days, a week or two back, that was really windy. And it's supposed to rain tonight. I thought it was going to rain today, but so far it has not. And that's okay. We've had way much rain this year. Heck, a week ago, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago, we had snow. One day it was 60 degrees out, and by the end of the evening it was 4 inches of snow. Almost back to where we started. Almost done. Almost got all the ribbons in. And I'll turn it around so you can see. Okay. I think this is the top. Oops. There we go. Now, I have some more embellishments that I'm trying to decide if I want to add in here. So I've got to hang it up over here. The red doesn't look that bad, actually. And then I'm going to see how I can add these in. Okay, let me show you what these are. I have 2 of these picks, and I have some little white flowers too, but I'm not sure I'll use those. I don't like those. But I think I'll add in a few of these. These are, again, the breast cancer awareness theme. And these, I'll turn it around, hold on. These picks are made, these are like a foam. Can you guys see this? So, and these will all divide. I'm going to divide these down and make picks and put them throughout. We've got a heart, and we've got the ribbon, and this says hope. So I think I will add those in. I don't think I like the flowers though. But I've got 2 of these picks. So let me see what I can do with these. I don't know. You like the red? Yeah, I mean, it's not too bad. I don't know. We'll see. I may leave it. Just didn't seem like it went with it very well. There's no red in the sign or anything, but actually it doesn't look too bad now. So anyway, I'm going to divide these picks up and see what I want to do. These will just tear apart. And of course that's going to be way too big. So I'm going to cut them down a little more. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I'll leave the red. Now I don't want these to be too long, like crazy long coming out of here, so what I will probably do is cut this down even more and just take a few of these off and make my own pick. Glitter, we got glitter. And it is falling everywhere. But this is what I love about that steel pick machine is you can make your own picks. You guys use a steel pick machine? I love it. And then I can bring that in way in there. Okay, I probably need to zoom out because you're probably not getting me. Okay, let's see here. Now, I'll probably have my back to you a little bit, but I'll try to turn it around and show you what I'm doing as I add things in. So I'm just going to add my little heart back in here. So I don't want it too heavy, you know, in one area. And these bend, so you can kind of bend them and place them where you want. And I could add them straight into the twist ties, and I may, some of them. Uh-oh, that one missed the heart. That didn't work. it's just stuck. There we go. You know, if anything can go wrong, it'll be on alive. So I'm just making a few of these. This is what we're ending up with, the little picks. Now this one's kind of peeling apart. I don't know if I'll actually even need both of them. I got my steel pick machine at, I think I got it at Hobby Lobby. And it's pricey, but if you use the 40% off coupon, seems like it was about, with the coupon, I think I paid around $120 when I bought it, and I use it all the time. I'm just tearing a few of these bottom ones of these off so I can add them in. Yes, I got mine at Hobby Lobby, I believe. I think that's where I got it. I know you can get them on Amazon too, I think. And I've even heard of a few people who found them like on eBay and stuff like that. Okay. I keep wanting to pick up them stupid scissors. Them in separate. So I've got a hope, and I've got a heart, and I've got some extra ones, and now I need my little you know what next I need to get is one of those stem cutters. I would love to have one of those. Yeah, I use mine all the time. Especially if you're working on a grapevine wreath. And the cool part about it is the ones that you can make your own picks. Okay. Pulling some of these down. And I'm just, okay, you're right, you guys probably can't even tell what I'm doing. I just gather them all up at the end, and I'm going to put a pick on it. I've got to get, you have to keep these machines oiled though, and every now and then mine will start wanting to, oh shoot, lost that pick, wanting to stick or bounce back, and you know they have to be adjusted. But these are just made out of foam, so you can bend it any way you want to, and with the pick on it, I can put it into the wreath anywhere. I used to always attach embellishments like this only in the twist ties, and I still do sometimes, but a lot of times with these, I can get it like right where I want it, like right beside a ribbon, or you know, right through the mesh. And then if you just take the steel pick, and I never was a fan of this before, but if you just twist it back on itself, you know, make sure that it can't scratch a door or cut a person, it's fine. And it gives you a lot more flexibility. At least that's what I think. So I'm gonna put one up in here. And what you don't want to do is stick it in the mesh before you've decided where you want it, because then it doesn't want to come back out. So let's see, can you guys see me okay? I'll have my back to you for a minute, but I will turn it around and let you see what I'm doing. I'm going to put just a little bit of glue on the end of this pick, and then stick it right down beside the spot that I want it, and I can get it right where I want it. And then from the back of the wreath, I just find the back of the pick and bend it back on itself. Let me see if I can show you. I don't think I can zoom this in enough to show you what I'm talking about, but I'm going to try. Right here is where I put the pick in, and on the back of the wreath I just turn that steel pick back on itself so that it won't cut anyone or stick anybody. And that's how I like to do it. I just think it gives you a lot more flexibility. And then, you know, if you have a pick that you've pulled apart like this, that's got a nice bottom into it, you can just put that, twist it into the twist ties themselves. And I do that sometimes too. Just depends on where I want the pick to go. I'm going to put this one right down here, a little bit of glue. And then the hardest part is finding that pick. I think I got it. Now this one, with the nice flat end, I'm going to put right down in this twist tie. And I just make a little loop. I'll turn it around again so you can see what I'm talking about. I just make a little loop with the twist tie. Where'd it go? Right here. And then put a little bit of glue on that pick and stick it right down in there. That's how I'm going to attach that one. Little bit of glue. I think my glue pen's about to burn out on me. That'll be the next thing I have to replace. And right over here. My autism sign, yes, that's the next one. That one, and I've got a couple of new patriotic military signs that I'm trying to get some new designs made for that, because, you know, it's coming up to that season and they will probably do well. And I've been real excited about it. I've done several of the Army wreaths, but I've never had the time to do like the Air Force and the Navy and all those, and I've got all the signs. So those will be one I do soon. Okay, we're gonna put this over here on this side. Yeah, my glue pan's not getting hot enough. Got to burn out on me. There. Doing this one left-handed, boy. That's not something I like to do. Okay, let me show you what I've got so far. Can you see the wreath now? Sorry. I'm almost done. I've got a couple more I'm going to put around the bottom. I always forget to move that stupid camera. Zoom it out. And I think I might have to make a few more picks with this one. Put this one right in here. I can't catch your comments. I'll come back to that side in just a second. Now my hope sign's going to be upside down, but that's all right. I'll flip it. Okay, I need one more over here. Okay, are those, Luann, are those chicken frying skillets very large? Are they, because look at mine. Mine is pretty small, and I mean, I use it all the time, but it's not really big. I don't know that I want something too big. But yeah, I've heard that's the way to go. Now this one I'm going to put, oops, into the tinsel tie. So I'm making the little loop. And this one I'm just going to add a little bit of glue to this because it's already long enough and a sturdy enough base that I can just add it straight in. It might be too long. All right. Okay, can you see it okay? And I may come back through and add a few more picks, but I think for now that's good. Trying to get it in the right spot. And that's it. Like I said, I may come back through and add, I don't think I like the white flowers, but I may add a few more picks. But it's turning out to be a really big wreath. Yes, it's probably maybe 10 inches. Okay, I have a 7-inch, but find it hard to keep. Okay, so the 10-inch one holds the temperature pretty good. That's the thing about this one. I think I got this on Amazon, and it's actually supposed to be a glue pot. And I mean, I've got it almost cranked up, but I've used it nonstop for 2 years, so it's probably time to replace it. But yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that the chicken or the electric skillet, that's the way to go. Where is that man at? I thought he went to the store. I don't know. Anyway, could y'all see, Beth, could you see the wreath when I moved it? I hope you could all see it okay. And that is a wrap. That's it for now. If I didn't catch your comments, I'll try to come back through and answer any questions that you have, but I think we're good for now. Like I said, I may add a few more embellishments, and if I do, I'll post a finished picture of the wreath, and I'll let you guys get back to your dinners or whatever you're doing. But I thank you for watching, for hanging out with me, and I'm going to say good night. Good night.